presenter, which is Richard. He's going to show you how it's done, and then the next presenters will kind of think, oh yeah, I get it now, and they can do it after that. So I'm going to hand you over to Richard Bickey, and he's going to talk to you for 5 minutes. Thank you. You go.
Hello. Thank you for coming to the first ever BettaKultcha Manchester. Hopefully it won't be the last. Here we go. Right. I'm going to talk to you about BettaKultcha. I like to call it the art of presenting without presenting. Any Bruce Lee fans will know that's taken from Enter the Dragon. Some people from Leeds have seen it before, so please bear with me. BettaKultcha basically unleashes you. You get 20 slides. Each is over 15 seconds, and we'll have no pictures. Those are the only rules. Other than that, you can do whatever you like. So it just allows you to kind of put down a message and get it on with. There was a time before BettaKultcha, BBK, did you get this? When people did slides full of bullet points and they stood and they read, and it was awful. People did sort of 200 slides to tell you the weather was changing, and there was just no need for it. So that was time before BettaKultcha. Now BettaKultcha is a great way to show your passions. When myself and I started this, we basically said it's basically a way of people talking about their passions. We don't want people coming on and selling you a car. So when you come up here, you talk with passion about whatever it is, and we've had all sorts of weird stuff. It allows you to tap into creativity. Even accountants can be creative. We've had some amazing things last night. We had people talking about kind of weird religions and
taking the clothes off.
Taking the clothes off, yeah, going to the Krypton factor. Just whatever you want. One of the big things to remember if you're presenting up here is you're the expert. Whatever you've got the microphone. However, Abby's twitting which is an idiot at the minute. So, but at the moment I'm here, so I'm the expert. So kind of what I say goes, and tell it off, and you tell me I'm completely wrong. The best thing for the BettaKultcha is you need to keep it simple. If you've got lots of graphics flying in and out and sounds and stuff, it's just not going to work, because these slides are going to change really quickly, and it just gets in the way of the message. So the point of BettaKultcha is to keep to the point. No bullet points, please, if you can help it at all. I'm sure some people turn around going, oh my god, I've had a bullet points in, I've been got out. I know that PowerPoint sticks them in for you, but just be a bit more creative to it. This is my big hatred. I'm not even going to do this slide, but you can read it yourself. So if you want me to read, send me an email. Don't stand there and speak to the screen like that, because that's just pointless. That's just a kind of thing about presenting in general, really, for me. For BettaKultcha, other than the 3 rules, you can do exactly what you want. You can talk, you can dance, you can sing, you can do semaphore, you could do a play in 20 acts. We've had people miming to tracks. Absolutely anything you want. The main thing is to speak to the audience. There's nothing worse than standing with your back to the audience and not engaging with the audience. So try and make sure that you kind of look after the people who've spent time and effort to come and see you. Don't panic. It is only 5 minutes, and the slides will stop eventually, honestly. And even though you've got some that you think, I've got loads to say like that, and it goes really quickly, and others are just that's void. You need to keep going, because once I start these slides, they are not going to stop. So you can stand and look and stare into space, but unless that's part of your act, it's probably not going to work very well. We do have people who freeze, as I nearly did then. There's no need to be funny. This is not a stand-up night. We have had lots of really serious talks. We have had funny ones, but there's no need to try and be funny. I think a lot of the time when people try and be funny, it kind of backfires. Some people love to practice. They'll practice for hours. If anyone's familiar with Malcolm Gladwell, he says that people who practice something for 10,000 hours or more generally get really, really good at something. I don't know if Malcolm's always right, because some people just don't practice. And they'll stand here and they'll make it up on the spot. And some people are absolutely amazing at that. And hopefully there is some people who are going to demand them challenge, and we'll find out if they can do that. It does kind of separate the men from the boys sometimes about how people do. Don't think, feel. Be the PowerPoint. Only gets a laugh. Never mind. See what I mean about trying to be funny? Don't do it. Gags never work. But yeah, you have to kind of just go with the flow on it. And again, that all comes down to the audience, because you need to respect your audience. and ensure that what you're telling them hopefully is something they didn't know, they wanted to know in the first place, and they leave thinking, God, that's really, really interesting. And again, because we rely on the audience to spread the word about BettaKultcha, and myself and I started this with absolutely zero budget. We still have zero budget, and we just run this thing via Twitter and Facebook, and it's just grown by word of mouth. So please tell all your friends, unless you thought it was shit, in which case don't. So I'd like to say now that after all this effort, after all these events that we've run, I'd like to pronounce that we're now in ABK. Any thoughts? After BettaKultcha, you've seen it before though. So thank you very much.